6:45 a.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by J. Yogaraj, assisted by Sanjaya and read by Mario Vijayavardhana. The headlines. The Indian External Affairs Minister will arrive in the country today. The first sitting of the 9th Parliament for the year 2021 commences today. Schools to reopen for students facing O-levels in March. The results of the GCE Advanced Level Examination will be released at the end of March. The Defence Secretary reiterates that effective steps will be taken to eliminate the drug menace from the country. Isolation orders on Avisavella lifted. More COVID-19 cases push the total count past 45,000. COVID-19 fatality count in Sri Lanka reaches 215. New lockdowns for England and Scotland ahead of hardest weeks. The Indian External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, will undertake an official visit to Sri Lanka today. The Indian minister will be here on a short visit up to the 7th of this month. The Indian minister is visiting Sri Lanka at the invitation of the Foreign Minister Dinesh Gunawardena. The Foreign Ministry said during his visit, Minister Jaishankar is scheduled to have bilateral meetings with President Gotabaya Rajapaksa, Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa and Foreign Minister Dinesh Gunawardena. While this official visit marks the first arrival of a high-level foreign dignitary in Sri Lanka in 2021, it becomes also the first foreign visit for External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar in the new year. Through high-level exchanges, both sides are looking forward to strengthen the bilateral relationship in multiple areas of cooperation. The Secretary-General of Parliament, Dhammika Dasanayake, announces that the first sitting of the 9th Parliament for the year 2021 will convene from today to the 8th of this month. The motion at the adjournment time by the government will be taken up tomorrow and the day after. The adjournment debate by the opposition on the current situation of the country is scheduled to be held from 10:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. on the 8th of January. 4 bills, including amendments to the Shop and Office Employees Act, will be taken up today, and 3 bills, including the amendment to the Minimum Wages Act, are scheduled to be debated in Parliament tomorrow. In addition, the second reading of the Intellectual Property Amendment Bill is scheduled for the 7th of this month, and 10 regulations, including airport taxes, will also be taken up for debate. Meanwhile, the Secretary-General of Parliament, Dhammika Dasanayake, said that Venerable Atharaliya Ratanathero will be sworn in as a Member of Parliament today. The Thero enters Parliament this time around through the nationalist seat secured by the Ape Janabala Party during the recent general election. Venerable Ratanathero was first elected to the Parliament from the Kalutara district in 2004, representing the Jathika Hela Urumaya. He secured a seat in Parliament in 2010 as well as in 2015, first under the banner of the UPFA and later through the UNP. The Ministry of Education has decided to commence schools in the Western Province for grade 11 students appearing for the GCE Ordinary Level Examination in March. Accordingly, schools will reopen for grade 11 students from January 25th, the Minister of Education Professor G.L. Peiris said. However, schools in isolated areas in the relevant districts will further remain to be closed, the minister said at a media briefing. The dates for the GCE O-level examination have already been announced from March 1st to March 11th this year. There is a special requirement to start grade 11 classes for candidates appearing for this examination. The government intends to commence grade 11 classes on Monday, the 25th of January, in all schools except in those located in the isolated police divisions in the Western Province and other provinces. The minister added that every effort will be taken to release the results of the exam by the end of June 2021. Primary schools and preschools in all the provinces, except for the Western Province, are expected to be opened on January 11th, said the minister. Meanwhile, the Examinations Department says the results of the GCE Advanced Level Examination will be released at the end of March. The Defence Secretary General Kamal Gunaratne reiterates that effective steps will be taken to eliminate the drug menace from the country. A special process will be implemented to prevent illegal drug trafficking. The whole exercise is done with the sole objective of safeguarding the future generations of this country. The process will be strengthened further with the support of technology. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The National Operations Centre for the Prevention of the COVID-19 Outbreak Head, Army Commander General Shavindra Silva says the isolation orders on the Avisavella police area has been lifted with immediate effect. The Avisavella area was isolated a few days ago due to the high volume of corona cases detected in the area. However, the area is now under control and thereby the isolation order has been relaxed. The total count of COVID-19 cases reported in Sri Lanka reached 45,242 as more persons tested positive for the virus by yesterday. The Department of Government Information said 277 more fresh cases have been detected yesterday. Reportedly, 261 of the new cases are close contacts of the Palyagoda Fish Market cluster. The remaining 16 cases have been identified from the prisons cluster. With the new development, the Minuwangoda Palyagoda cluster has registered a total of 41,498 cases to date. According to the Health Ministry's data, 37,817 of the confirmed patients have made complete recoveries from the virus. However, 7,210 active cases are still under medical care at select hospitals and treatment centres across the country. The Director General of Health Services confirms that Sri Lanka's fatality count from COVID-19 has risen with 2 more deaths caused by the virus. 2 men, both residents of Ratnapura, succumbed to the virus, pushing the COVID-19 death count to 215 by yesterday. A 71-year-old man passed away at the Ratnapura Teaching Hospital on January 2nd. The cause of his death has been determined as a respiratory infection caused by COVID-19 and a complication of a lung infection. The other victim is an 86-year-old male who had succumbed to COVID-19-related pneumonia and epilepsy. He passed away at his home on the 1st of January. That's local news.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
The grading of police stations has commenced. Accordingly, police stations under the purview of the Kaluthara and the Panadura areas will be standardized and graded under the first phase. The SSP for Research and Development, Renuka Jayasundara, says the boundaries of police divisions will also be redesigned under this project. Disputes with regard to boundary allocations will also be solved through this process.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And now in Watchlight, consumers complain of price hikes of certain essential goods. Some errant traders have increased the prices arbitrarily. They say the price hike is done due to various reasons, including transport costs and unnecessary overheads due to the COVID-19 situation. As a result, low-income families are affected. This is for the attention of the Consumer Affairs Authority.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
And now in world news headlines. New lockdowns for England and Scotland ahead of hardest weeks. South Korea child rapist release sparks demand for change. Julian Assange UK judge blocks extradition of WikiLeaks founder to US. England's Prime Minister says everyone in England must stay at home except for permitted reasons during a new coronavirus lockdown expected to last until mid-February, the Prime Minister says. All schools and colleges will close to most pupils and switch to remote learning from today. Boris Johnson warned the coming weeks would be the hardest yet amid surging cases and patient numbers. He said those in the top 4 priority groups would be offered a first vaccine dose by the middle of next month. The reduced sentence and subsequent release of a man convicted of brutally raping a child has raised fresh debate around South Korea's legal system. 12 years ago, on the morning of the 11th of December, an 8-year-old girl was walking to school in Ansan, southwest Seoul, when she was kidnapped by Cho Do-soo, a 56-year-old ex-convict. He took her to a toilet in a nearby church where he brutally beat and raped her. Na Young, not her real name, survived, but she still suffers physical injuries and mental trauma from the attack. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange cannot be extradited to the United States, a court in London has ruled. The judge blocked the request because of concerns over Mr. Assange's mental health and risk of suicide in the US. He is wanted over the publication of thousands of classified documents in 2010 and 2011, says the case is politically motivated too. And now the main points of the world news segment once again. New lockdowns for England and Scotland ahead of hardest weeks. South Korea child rapists release sparks demand for change. Julian Assange UK judge blocks extradition of WikiLeaks founder to US. That was world news.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
And now in development news, a new development plan will be implemented to restructure the old Manning Market located at Colombo Peta. Accordingly, the Urban Development Authority has removed the building which is in a dilapidated condition at this premises. The new building will be constructed at this premises with the sole objective of creating a more advanced market complex structure. That was development news, and now in sports news in cricket. South Africa will control the second test, but after an abject first day, Sri Lanka resisted on day 2, raising mild hope. First, the Seamers lay siege, rolling through South Africa either side of lunch to claim 9 wickets for 84 runs, Vishwa Fernando taking 5 of those. Later, Captain Dimuth Karnaratne produced his best innings in South Africa to be not out on 91 by stumps. In scores, Sri Lanka made 157 in their first innings and 150 for 4 at close of third day's play of the second test being played at Johannesburg, South Africa. South Africa in their first essay made 302. That was sports news, and now in business news, Sri Lanka's leading non-bank finance sector company, People's Leasing and Finance PLC, by conforming to directives of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, has offered concessionary interest on loans and leases to over 75,000 of its customers. Conforming with the directives specified by the Central Bank of Sri Lanka's CBSL Circular 11/2020, with regard to this subject, PLC offered this relief to customers who were COVID-19 victims. Under the program, a 6-month grace period has been offered for loan repayment and also a component of setting off loans within a budget of 60 billion Lankan rupees, making PLC the non-bank finance company in Sri Lanka that has offered the highest amount of loan relief.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Hello, Puta, did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Sri Lanka will continue accommodating tourists as a pilot project involving Ukraine tourism has brought positive results. At a special press conference hosted by the tourism stakeholders at the Ramada, Colombo yesterday, Tilak Veerasinha said that though there were minor issues which were ironed out almost instantaneously, the project was successful and he thanked the organisers for their initiatives. Veerasinha said that Sri Lanka is now ready to accommodate and to take the next step and are welcoming tourists who would be accommodated in 101 pre-registered and approved hotels, mainly in the southern province.
Congratulations on your promotion. Heard you gave a treat for everyone in your department yesterday.
Yeah.
When will be our treat, huh?
Well, how about today?
Oh no, I was just joking. We'll have a party with your new salary.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
And now for the weather report. The Met Department says showers or thundershowers will occur at times in the northern, eastern, north-central, Uva and central provinces and in the Hambantota district. Showers or thundershowers will occur at several places elsewhere after 2 p.m. today. Fairly heavy showers, about 75 millimeters, can be expected at some places in the western, northwestern and northern provinces. The general public is kindly requested to take adequate precautions to minimize the damages caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning during the thunder showers. This weather report was issued this morning at 4:30 a.m. Further details could be obtained by visiting the official website of the department. That was the weather report, and now the headlines of this news broadcast once again. The Indian External Affairs Minister will arrive in the country today. The first sitting of the 9th Parliament for the year 2021 commences today. Schools to reopen for students facing O-levels in March. The results of the GCE Advanced Level Examination will be released at the end of March. The Defence Secretary reiterates that effective steps will be taken to eliminate the drug menace from the country. Isolation orders on Avisavalla lifted. More COVID-19 cases push the total count past 45,000. COVID-19 fatality count in Sri Lanka reaches 215. New lockdowns for England and Scotland ahead of hardest weeks.